Excuse me. How are you doing? And what are you getting into? What is your what does your day and night look like? My day and night has blended together in such a way that no longer does the evening look any different than the day. How is that? How is it that everyone this is I think we'll call this maybe I'll change the title to sleepless and I remember that movie. I don't think I ever watched it. It was Sleepless in Seattle. I've never been to Seattle. Never been there. I heard it's a really nice place, but I'm wondering what time is it where you are? Because right now it's like almost 2 in the morning, I think, and hmm, I just don't have the same sleeping pattern as I used to. Like there was in the past, uh, I'll probably go to a bar. Mm, I'd be up at like 2 or 3. Night owls. I'd be up at 2 or 3 in the morning. But then I would go to sleep and have a solid 6 to 8 hours of sleep. And now it's just occasionally am I like there's this, hey, you could take a nap, close your eyes, and it's like I don't know what it is. It's is it a, is the underpinnings of like you can't fucking close when you sleep with one eye open, that kind of thing. I mean, it's that was supposed to be meant to be sleep with your third eye open. That was the meaning of that. That is it because it is so profoundly absurd that we have a government and a media apparently at this point that is fully on bullshit mode. Like I remember listening to I think this Vernon might have actually thought, in the 80s or the 70s and 80s the government wasn't lying all the time. Like the media wasn't lying. I don't know. I don't I don't know that there's one fucking word that the news, the media, when I say media, just like I mean, I'm fucking apparently I am sort of part of the media, so I can't say 100% of them are liars because that would include me apparently. It just like, do you ever have so many thoughts, so many ideas? It's like, are you the only one that thinks that? Is it me? Is it me? Am I a weirdo? Am I a weird person? Like weird. I like the word weird. It's the word wired. Am I wired? Am I weird? No. I just. Uh, oh yeah. Right now, I'd rather be sleeping. I'd rather be taking a nap. But for whatever reason, I can't. It just doesn't happen. I'm just like, huh. It's like to lay down. Yeah. What's up, Fire Jake? What you doing, man? I don't know, bro. This whole fucking like, hmm. Let's try this. Do you know? Did you just call me Cupcake? You fucker. uh, if you're gonna call me Cupcake, I'm gonna call you Buttercup. We gotta use cup there somehow. Gotta have a cup for something. I gotta have a cup for the fuckery. Uh, It's this thing where you're like, well, why is it sugar plum? Oh, well, okay. If you call me sugar plum, I could use bear somewhere there. Like, I'm gonna call you. Oh, the other day somebody was eating fucking Sour Patch Kids, and I don't know why that reminds me of a bear, but it does. A bear. Maybe because I'm bare naked right now, but I put my phone on black mode, so you don't have to see me in all of my nonsense. Okay, here. I'm gonna try this with you guys. Let's try this brain exercise. If in the entire world, how many jobs are really necessary? Like for real, for real, for real. Like that we're talking about the necessary, like you kind of look at it and you're like, well, there's not really anything that's necessary these days. The essential employees. Yeah, these. Remember what the essential employees were? What was open in your city, in your town? It was, as I'll repeat again and again, it was fucking Walmart and McDonald's. That's all. Why? How is that essential? I mean, it's essential that Walmart's open. Apparently, obviously, Walmart has a purpose. But why was that the only thing that's essential? So everybody that doesn't work at a Walmart, or that's not employed, or um, if you don't, yeah, schools. See, but you know what? You know what's funny about that? Schools are not essential. They are not. In fact, I think it was. It was John Levi that said this. It was funny to hear him say it. Somebody sent him an article about how they were not teaching history anymore, and he said that's good because everything we've been taught about history is completely false. Like the whole entire narrative. The word narrative is very good. I like that. Who's the narrator? How does this? Okay, here, let's get back to my question that I'm trying to pose to you. What exactly is necessity in the world? You have, let's do it in order. You have not completely false, Fire Drake. We're gonna have some shit. You still have programs in your brain. You must know someone that either your mother or father was a fifth grade teacher. Yes, it's all false. How dare you? How dare you? We're not told anything that is true. That's bullshit, dude. What's up, Golden Trent? Golden Tyrant? There's nothing that you've learned in school that has the only thing like. Ugh, the only thing you learned in school that had any value was basically the alphabet. Okay, Fire Drake. Well, yeah, but there has to be. Yes, I mean, so let's say, okay, I like the way you put it. Um, 2%, 2% of what you were taught in school had any value. Oh, but as per history, I don't think any aspect of it was okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that? Hold on, I'm gonna give you. Oh man, I'm gonna have a hard time saying the second part. Do you believe that slave ships happened? Do you believe that there was such a thing as slavery in America? Come on, come on, come. I'm going to. necessity is anything to do with your biological process. Rob file. Necessity is anything to do with Slav. It's okay. There you go. So were they the people that apparently were slaves? Were they white in the skin color? Were they less melanated or more melanated? And how did the Black Wall Street exist in the 1910s, 1920s? How did that happen? Do you believe in the northern and the southern, like what was going on in the Confederates, and then the people that have taken over the way of the world? What was you doing? Yeah, yeah, it's fucking yeah. The Insomniac. That is. I think I played this for you the other day. Do you remember the show? It's called Insomniac. Uh, and does divide? Yes, Slav means word. Yeah. Yes. Um, Greatest comedian of all time. It's not Dave Chappelle. Stop it. It's Dave Attell. Dave Attell. He did this show called Insomniac. He's funny as fuck. Dave Attell is what you'd call like. Do you know where chefs go to eat? They go to a restaurant and they go, that's a chef's chef, or you'd say that's a comedian's comedian. You'd say that's a professional's professional. You'd say that's like, where does everyone else go to listen to the fucking word of God? To Dave Attell. Dave Attell, not Dave Chappelle. And by the way, Dave Chappelle, I think he got replaced years ago. That's not the same dude. No way. But Dave Attell, irreplaceable. You can't break that dude. You know, I can tell that Dave Chappelle is not the same dude. Remember, he said he turned down a $50 million contract with Netflix, right? Remember, he did that. But then he was like, now he's made like what, four Netflix specials that were all kind of trash. By the way, it was all kind of trash. Hence, where the true slavery began. Twisting linguistics. Frederick, Slavic as in pagan and Vedic roots. I don't that I cannot confirm nor deny that what you said is true. Slavic as in pagan and Vedic. Yeah, well, I mean, you got the Pays and the Mays, the pagans and the Megans. A lot of people don't know about the Megans, the Mother and Father witches. Vedic. That's I didn't know you would know the Vedic. And wait, hold on, wait. Rob. It says Slavic does not derive from there. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it fucking does. Um, what's up, Divine Hazel? Slavic. Yes, it does. The people from the Slavic countries. It's a Slav. SLs and R's. It's people with slurs too. Slavics. They left the R out there though. Yes, the people that came to America. If you look at all of the pictures, here I'm gonna walk you through this. Rob, you can't argue with me. Look at the pictures of people that came to fucking to the Ellis Island, LS Slavics, SNLs, Slavic, Ellis, LS, SL. The people that came to the Ellis Island, in the pictures that you look at in the black and white ones, 100% of the people were fucking white children from Slavland, the slave lands, the Slavic places. The people that were in America were all brown. And the people that were brought here didn't come on slave ships. They did come on a slave ship, but they came on boats that were, welcome to the newfound New York, the newfound land, the new area. They're white people and they're Slavic. The people that were native to this land, the America. So you have Africa and America. Why they call it rich? Rica means rich. So America and Africa. It means basically a rich soil. Africa means rich soil, rich land. Ame means, well, it depends on what language you're using, but again, let's return to the idea that the people that have overlaid a reality on America are all they're the Slavic people, the melanated brown people. There's no Africans in America. It varies like 1%. Africa is a continent. It's not a fucking country. So when somebody says African American, it's the term the term is completely a Census Bureau bullshit. They were not the slaves. Remember that. Look at all the boats. Look at all the ships. They willingly participated. Well, I mean, not all of them. Some of them just like, hey, we're gonna. Do they overpopulate over there in Slav land? You don't get to argue with me. What about the Irish and Germans and Nordics? Yes, that's part of that. Irish, Germans, and they're all, yes. Okay, hold on. I'm Irish, German, and Nordic. Okay, what about them? What about me? English are not slaves. If you speak, let's try this again. Do you speak English or do you speak American? English are not Slavs. Let's try this. English are not Slavs. They're Slavs though. Just because they speak do they speak American or they speak English? The funny thing about people that speak English, the England people, they suck at speaking. What do they fuck up? They fuck up a bunch of letters that I speak the king's English. They speak like they were taught with oatmeal in their face. We don't eat oatmeal. They do. They were present in America before the Slavs. I speak English. Oh yeah, Rob. Yeah, no, I'm just. It's for Rob. Look, it's for everybody else. I don't know. Let's see. When someone says friend, I can't tell how to take it on here, but you speak English. I speak American. You gonna throw the K in there though? Yeah. That's brought to land already inhabited by people of the land. Thank you. That's what I wanted to say, but I have this exquisite exuberance of using more words than it takes to say something simple because a lot of people don't want to hear the. It's funny because I always speak for the downtrodden. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me. I just feel Like, um, yeah, I'm trying to figure. I'm just trying to figure out like why you said I speak English, friend. When someone says friend at the end of something, it's usually insulting. You know what I'm saying? Like when you said I speak English, friend. That's the way I hear it. Maybe you didn't mean it that way, and that's fine if you didn't. But yeah, just I also speak I speak many different dialectics, but they're all forms of English. English is the greatest language on the planet. Why? Because it's called the language of the angels. It's English. It's an angle of all the other languages. It's the most refined version of how to speak properly. That's why you write. This is why you write computer code. No matter where the fuck are you from, you write computer code in English. It's a L's. It's an angle of the L's. The L's are the Elohim. It's called English. And you know what the L's weren't? They weren't slaves. They weren't Slavic. The Elohim. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know how to explain this one because it'll end up becoming it's like weaving a web of spiders. You know, like how they do that. There's a weaving of the wild web. Hmm. Let me scroll through here. Who's in here? Fire Jake. Fire Jake. You know what's funny about you? uh, Divine Hazel. Hello. So what's happening? I know. I'm just just stumbling and mumbling and the trouble mumbling of something that it's the fact that I'm fucking awake at 2 something. Was it 2:15? There you go. Yeah, right on time. I don't know. This is that. As I'm trying to be as pertinent as possible, and I do love to pronounce p words. I think it's because when I was a child, it's very funny. When I was like 5 years old, I had to go to. Well, I was actually from five to eight, maybe even younger than that. I used to go to speech therapy because my tongue is too big for my mouth, obviously, right? And I couldn't pronounce SLs and Rs, which are slurs. It's slurs, which is very Slavic. Again, I couldn't speak those things. They had to adjust the way that I spoke, uh, which is funny. I like the word spoke too. Spoken are like spokes to a wheel. Do you see? Let me explain to this story of the car really quickly. If tires, oh my, Fire Jack. The fact that you said Mayan's tongue is too big for everyone's mouth. Did you kiss him or something? He does have a very very he has a proclivity. Is that the right word? A penchant for he hasn't visited. He hasn't. Oh, you haven't. Oh, Fire Jake, you never got to meet him. He's totally fucking. He's totally awesome. You should definitely hang out. Yeah. Oh, but you would though. Oh, Fire Jake. Yeah, he's a lot. He's a fucking blast. Mm. Don't tell anybody that I said. Don't tell him that I said I think he's a good person. He wouldn't like to hear that. He's gonna arm wrestle you. I didn't. You know what? I did not get to arm wrestle him. I did get to. I did get to like physically wrestle him completely. It wasn't arm wrestle. It was like a. It was a one on one. More. It was a Mortal Kombat. I think he'd say I won, but I don't. I don't think. I think it was. I think it was fair. It was. It's just because I'm a lot taller than him. So like I had a very obvious reach that he didn't have. So like he couldn't you know he's a much stronger person than I am. Yeah, but he's also short. So yeah, I forgot you're a midget too. Oh, you little midgets, dude. Anyways, what are we talking? What are we talking about here? Uh, I see fire Drake though. Hold on. You are you challenging me that you think you might that there's 100% chance that you wouldn't beat me? No way. No. It would be it'd be a landslide victory if I had to fight you. It would just be terrible. It wouldn't it would you'd probably get a couple good shots in, but you're too short. You wouldn't be able to. You'd have to. Remember in Mike Tyson's Punch Out, and every time the little Joe boxer would jump up and punch the guy in the face, you would have to do that. Oh, wow! You want Firejack? Are we having this good? You can easily lift up 5 of me. Well, that's see now you're exaggerating. That's the most exaggeratory, stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. Do you know how much 5 of me weighs? It depends. I mean, I could probably get down to your weight. What is it like? How much do you weigh? Like 104 pounds or something? Um, I don't know. 5 of me? That's a lot. That's like 800. You can lift up 800 pounds. You can't deadlift 800. You can't do that. Stop. See, you're trying to take over this broadcast. You're trying to. What you can lift up 750? Say word is fucking bond. Word on your life. You can pick up 750 deadlift. I mean, I knew you were big, but 750? No, dude. I don't even think you could pick up 300. You couldn't even pick up 2 of me. Am I finding out that Fire Drake has a tendency towards bullshit? 750? No, not at all. Oh, you're saying 5 of me would be 750? I don't weigh 150 though. I weigh somewhere. I weigh well over 150. I probably weigh like. I probably most of the time. I probably weigh about like 163. So you can do the math. I'm not sure that you know how to. Okay, we will see. 163 times 5. That's 500. 6. 300. That's 800 and 5 3. Okay, how much is that? Hmm. 815 pounds. You guess my weight. Well, yeah, I mean, I can get, I could walk around at 150 and be okay, but I tend to stay towards 160 something. The quarantine 15, that's funny. No. Um, I've actually been lighter weight. Uh, I don't know. I was I don't know if I like if you know how people like lose a few pounds to box or whatever. They'll do like a dry sauna, and then I probably get down like 140. Is that welterweight? 140 something? Was that welter or is that bantam? I'd be like 5'11" almost with the long reach, almost like, you know. Uh, that's not a good look for little kids like you. You're a little kid to me. That's how I see it. It's got to be. You're how much? Oh, Fire Jake. I never asked you. How old are you? It'd be like, okay. Do you know this? Have you been paying attention to this Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson? Uh, Fire Jake. Well, you're just drunk. Cool. I'm getting drunk with you, buddy. That's fun. Um, okay. Roy Jones versus. If you visit me, will you record us fighting? Uh, I mean, I love. You gotta put quotes around it, not just the one things. Yes, yeah, it would be fun. Sure. Every one of my best friends, I've had at least one. Like, it's like, let's just figure out who's wrestling here. Let's fight. Okay, hold on. Okay, this Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. It's really troubling because people are gonna look at that fight when it happens and not realize it's 100% scripted. 100%. Every fucking round. Who wins? I think it goes to the fifth round and there's a TKO and it's Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson wins because let's be honest, you can't, no one's beating Mike Tyson ever. The only reason he lost any fights in his life is because they drugged him and told him to lose. That's a fact. And how do I know that? I mean, you could just watch his career. There's no one beating Mike Tyson. Roy Jones is pound for pound the greatest fighter ever. Next to, there was a couple people smaller than him that won. Prince Nassim, was that is that dude? He was nice. And the dude from the I always put people on too from New Orleans. But yeah, but Mike Tyson though, it's just isn't that's not it's not a fair. It's really not a fair fight. Tyson is like, you're gonna miss every jab you give, and he's going to attack him in the corner at what, around 5 rounds in. Mike Tyson wins that fight easy, easy in a real fight. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it 5 rounds, so you can all watch them spar. They're gonna spar. Do you remember? Do you remember when that dude? He can't win them all. Uh, who who is that? Remember that dude from the MMA that fought in the McGregor? That dude. Did you watch? Did anybody watch that fight? It was not a fucking fight. It was literally a goddamn sparring match. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Uh, I was like, how the hell does anybody believe this is actually like Conor McGregor? I mean, peace out, Divine. Your patient is waking up. um, Rob, do I fight? What styles? Why would I tell you what styles I fight with? Uh, Bruce Lee already told you how I fight. I'm like water. I mean, I'm an air sign, but I felt like water. It's it's just be like water, my friend. Yes, thank you. It's water with a bunch of alcohol in it. There you go. I do. No, I've seen. Which one do you, hey, Fire Drake or Rob? Which one do you find to be the better drunken master? Yeah. Do you like the early one or do you like the later one? There was two versions of it. Well, there's probably like 4 or 5 versions of it, but the two major ones were like, what was it? One in the late '70s, early '80s, and then the one in the late '90s. Jackie Chan. Yeah, Alpha Omega. This is right. That's why they call me AO. I told you, Fire Jake. Everybody goes AO. Well, they say AO Zeta Epsilon Phi. Hmm. Yeah, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is one of the better, like, because he does all his own stunts, right? Watching him do acting, like watching him do the whole fuck. Wow, that dude is a crazy motherfucker. Yeah, Jackie Chan, he's up there, man. People that can laugh like Jackie Chan is pretty. Jackie Chan, and why does he have to have a name, Jackie Chan? That's like the word. That's like Jamie. Jackie Chan is Jamie Foxx. Didn't they do a movie together? Was it Jackie Chan and Jamie Foxx? Was that did they do it? Yeah, because Jamie Foxx, he said he chose his name because he wanted every time that he put his name on a thing to go be an actor, he could be an actress because Jamie Foxx is a dude's name and a chick's name. So he said, Jamie? Hmm. I think I've met more dudes named Jamie, honestly. Fox, man or woman. Hmm. Oh, you think they were given that name, huh? Hmm. Uh, I was asking people, hey, does everybody on here, if you had to go, if you could, I mean, because you go pick your own name. What would it be? Like, it would be different than what it is. Is everyone comfortable? The girl, don't even get. Are you saying like don't even get you started on that shit? Would anybody change the name? Like Fire Jake, what's I mean, it's funny because everybody has like a R- Rattlemeyer. Rattlemeyer, I like that. That's what you'd change it to. Cool, I accept that. Okay, well, if that's what you change it to, I'd have a different perspective on having like a battle with you. I mean, I'm still gonna win because you're just not. What's up? Uh, are you serious? Come on, Afro Man, stop being silly. Yeah, Bruce Lee is the only person that can knock out somebody 100 pounds heavier than them. Like, no. Jay White, he's nice, but he's okay. That's like, here. Let me Afro Man. Let me explain to you. Let me explain this shit. You're asking me a question of who's a better basketball player, Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan. Do you know how dumb of a question that is? There's no one in their fucking right mind that would pick Kobe Bryant over Michael Jordan. He's a carbon copy. It's the same being as a less evolved version. Who? Okay, I mean, it's just no. You can't. Bruce Lee. Okay, Bruce Lee and okay. Here it is. Bruce Lee, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan. Mike's. What's up with the Mikes? Michael Jordan, Mike Tyson, Mike Jackson. And okay, I would, you know who I'd take though in football? I have to take Bo Jackson as maybe I would build a team around Bo Jackson. Jab White is pretty awesome. He's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Yes. It's just you can't like there are people that are an enigma of their technique of their sport. And if you think about a certain sport, you'd say or a ball game or whatever or boxing match or whatever there's someone that you would say that is the thing, that is the one, that is the and obviously in boxing it's Tyson, in basketball it's Jordan. You don't get to, and in martial arts it's Bruce Lee. Like you there's who really have you ever seen Bruce Lee? He could grab someone. He could. I don't. He's too fast. You could never hit him, and you would always get punched. maybe he's not gonna knock you out with one shot, but I don't know. I'm pretty much I'm gonna take Bruce Lee. Hmm. What else? What other games do you want to play here? You can play soccer games. Who's the greatest soccer player ever? And don't just say Pele. No, you can't just say that. You can't say Ronaldo. No. Afro, he could rip some, you know what I was gonna say? He could rip someone's heart out with his mind. Yes, yes. Oh, with his hand, yeah. Yeah, no, no, that's I was gonna say that he could grab someone, like he could put his hand through their chest, grab their heart and eat it before they even stop breathing. That's how fast he was. Hmm. If we're playing soccer though, if we're playing like the old football, oh man, you'd have to take someone, um, uh, nah, I wouldn't take him. You gotta take somebody from Brazil. Ronaldinho, I think maybe Ronaldinho, not Ronaldo. I'd take Ronaldinho. Hmm. Unless you want to get back into like the '70s. Who's that soccer goalie that used to do the scorpion? He would save. He was he would do the scorpion. You know what scorpion is? It's like when you jump up and throw your legs up behind you. Like he was, instead of catching the ball with his hands, he would jump up and save a goal like that. I was like, no, this dude's crazy. What's his name? Carlos something. Hmm. Hmm. How's everyone doing? No, no one. See, and what I really enjoy sometimes is the fact that nobody answers me when I ask a question. But it also makes me believe that because they're listening so intently, that they don't have time to type anything in. Hmm. He probably can't. Oh, we still on that one. Oh shit, Fire Drake, Emmanuel Augustus, greatest boxer ever. Um, yeah, I used, I've never walked into the gym where he used to fight at, but I walk around the streets. It's like a couple blocks from here. Well, no, no, oh no, I fucking moved. No, I don't. It's close. Yeah, Emmanuel Augustus, man. What a fucking that dude was tenacious. He had an attitude. He would dance on people. Yeah, Emmanuel Augustus is I think third greatest. Third. I like his style better than most people's, but like okay, Tyson versus Augustus was not that's not even a fair match because of the Tyson's outclassing him because of size. Was Tyson like 200 and what 205? Was that how big Tyson was? Uh, is that how you spell it? Did you spell it? Fire Jake, did you spell that wrong? Did you put all? Did you just throw up on the keyboard? Vasil Lomachenko? Is that obviously he's a Rus? Is he Ruski or is he? Wait, back to the beginning of the show. Is he Slavic? Mm. That's how you spell his fucking name. Damn it. Um, I'm sure I've seen him. Is that the dude with the? Is that the dude with the 6'5" dude? Is that the? Oh, he's a uke. Yeah, he's a Ukrainians. Yes, Ukrainians. When I was growing up playing soccer and the high school, the Ukrainians were always they sent Ukrainians over to the U.S. to play soccer, and they always were like their team, no matter what, was pretty much gonna be the best team ever because they had like 2 or 3 Ukrainians on it. They were like built. Ukraine, UK, okay, Ukraine keeps coming for you. Uh, okay, well, okay. Let me see. His name is Frederick. Well, you got well the Klitschko's, right? Is that wasn't the two brothers, the Klitschko brothers? Yeah, see, back to the game though. It's all okay. So, I would say Russian, Ukraine, the Slav bards, all of those. I think it's all the same thing. It's just it's a bunch of hard-headed white wheat eating folk. He must have an affinity for Slavic people. I think. Well, he is a Slavic person, aren't you? Fire Jack, you're Slavic, right? Like, are you some part of that? Didn't we talk about that earlier? Sorry, we're 50 minutes in here. Um, Affinity for origin. Yeah. Well, okay. Here's the origins. Does anybody remember what the hell is his name? Hold on. It's somebody that um, Irish origins. What the hell is his name? Hmm. Michael Tessarian. Holy shit. Hey, Rob Files. Fucking the fact that you spelled his last name correctly. Good for you. Yeah, it's a tough one. Michael Tessarian. Yeah, Michael Tessarian. The Irish origins. He's a strong. His ability his ability to speak words is pretty excellent. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, Michael Tessarian. I see, Fire Jake. You and Rob get along at this point. Yeah, Michael Tessarian. Also Michael Tellinger. I got. You know what? Yeah, Rob. Oh yeah. He's excellent, man. I watched him like maybe like 12 years ago. I used to follow the fuck like him and Savon were the same time, and then I got to meet Michael Tellinger. Do you know who Michael Tellinger is? Slave Species of the Gods. That dude. He's from actually he's a white dude from South Africa. Well, South Africa. I really just fuck myself up with that because I said Africa is not a country, it's a continent, and I've done it. That's so stupid. Uh, um, Tellinger's no, it's Tellinger, not Tallinger. No, not Tellinger. Oh, you don't know him? Michael Tellinger, Tell. Yeah, Tellinger. Uh, Slave Species of the Gods. What's the other one he did? Yeah, he's good. He's excellent. Jordan Maxwell. Oh, I fuck with Jordan Maxwell pretty hard years and years ago. Yeah, he's definitely like Maxwell is definitely a gatekeeper, but um, he's very well informed. Yeah. Project Camelot. You know what? Maxwell's still going. I know that's so crazy. Project Camelot. I watched it. I watched it a few times. I just could not I could not vibe with it. It made me feel awkward. I mean, I always make everything awkward, obviously, but it made me feel like uncomfortable listening to it because it sounded like they weren't saying anything. It sounded like they didn't have any. It seemed to me like to be an empty, no substance kind of thing. I never liked it. It was that chick and that dude that wore the weird hat. Yeah, the lady is a little aggressive. She not. I wouldn't call her aggressive. She's well. Do you ever hear somebody ask a question, but they're asking a question as a directive? Yeah, yeah. That's yeah. In that way, yes. It was like she was too curious. She wanted to absolutely know everything. I would guess her sign would be a fire sign with air moon fire sign. One reality where it's really at is in here. Yeah. Mm. So where are we going with this? Where should we go with this talk? So let's see, we've done some sports talk, we've done some boxing talk, we've done the highest technology. Huh. What is the highest technology besides the human mind? That is that what you guys want me to go on about? How everyone has um, the most powerful computer unit in their brain. Like the fact that the fact that humans built all of this shit is the proof of how intelligent humans are. Unless you want to play with that, like a Westworld AI, that kind of thing. It's the mind is a platform. It does seem to be. Hmm. The mind is a platform. A platform for what though? I think that's kind of the way that if I can do a 1 minute of depression mode because depeche mode, do depressed mode. It's like that I'm walking down the street and I'm looking at people. And this is frustrating the fuck out of me. I'm looking at people in cars wearing masks. Like they'll be in the car by themselves, or they'll be walking down the street, and or on a bike, or jogging, and I'm like, so am I supposed to just if I had to just wrap my head around it and just go, okay, I have to accept those people to not actually be living. They're already dead. Like not in a way that I'm dead, in a way that they're just completely oblivious to anything that's going on. Could you imagine driving? Could you imagine getting in your car and putting a mask on and rolling and with the windows up? I mean, it's. I mean, what? How is that acceptable? How are we okay with that? I could never imagine. Look, I don't like to listen to some people talk. I think it's stupid. I don't think most people should be talking, but for someone to just go, okay, I'll put a mask on and not have to talk. I'll just display to you that uh, don't talk to me. I'm like, did everybody want to do that anyways? Was that the thing? Is what's happening? Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Um. Oh shit, Rob, that's a fucking great question. Let me. Did we build it out of love or necessity? Hmm. I would like to like. I think you already know the answer to that. It's obviously love, but um, but it seems like it seems these days to be like the the technology of spirit, mind, and body. Those three things. That's actually the Father, the Mother, and the child. I don't know why in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and all of this whatever that shit is, it's always the Father, the Holy Ghost, the Spirit. Like, why is there Holy Ghost? Can we just come? Why is no one talking about like what the Mother is? The Mother as an earth-based thing. Why don't we talk about that? But yeah, it's love. It's insanity. Yeah. Fire Jack. I like the way you put that. It's a prosthetic. Prosthetic is a good word. Oh, dude, Rob, no fucking way. Um, a necessity question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, Rob, where do you live at? What's your origins? I mean, not your origins, but where do you live? People wear a fucking mask when they're driving. With a mask and a fucking that thing that they put over their face. Oh my gosh. You know what? I used to. I don't remember who said this originally, but it always makes me laugh. That people should be wearing a fucking a helmet and a drill bucket. Yeah, a helmet like you're playing football, and a drill bucket as if you're sitting in the back of a small. If you sit in the back of the bus, when it's like a one of those like the big buses like taking the kids to school, that means you were like, oh yeah, sit in the back of the bus. You know, like that was strong. But if you sit in the back of the bus on one of the short buses, that means you're drooling. Like you're just like duh, duh. I hope you guys get my type of humor. It's sometimes it sometimes comes across as though I'm being rude, but it's not. It's just for jokes. I like jokes. The Aussies seem to, I'm guessing you meant to encourage. Um, what comes in the states? I don't know if you were saying entourage or encourage, but I think you meant to say encourage, right? Yeah. Isn't Australia like the least? How many this is a question I want to know. So you have the island there. You have a couple of the islands right around there, and it's all brown people. And then you have Australia. In Australia, if someone's black, have you ever met a black person from Australia? No, New Zealand and the All Blacks. And it's funny, if you Australian rules football, right? like are they? Do they exist? I mean, Australian people are super funny because they're very just okay. They got jokes. It's a very British dry humor. Dry humor. Australians have a dry humor, but I've never seen someone that is uh, it's like it's like white people that have an okay tan. Not like I've never seen any black people from Australia. Is there a reason for that? Hmm. Fire Jake, biggest wake call in all of humans. Are you saying I don't know what I don't know what you're referring to. What, the Australia thing or just me talking? Just me talking in general is pretty much. Hmm. Dude, don't get me started on the Aboriginals, yo. So the word aboriginal. So why aren't they called the originals and the aboriginals? Because the word ab, the word ab, implies even more original than originals. It's like a double entendre. The aboriginals, because they're speaking without talking. I don't know. I have that in my blood, but the fact that most people can't hear me if I'm just thinking something, I can correspond with animals. Most of them get me, but humans, no, they don't work that way anymore. Uh, Fire Drake, the first sound of infants. I'm gonna tell you what it is. Um, well, yeah, well, it's no, it's not Papa and Mama. It's Dada. It's da and Ma. So it depends on if they're using their tongue yet, because normally you need to use your tongue against your dentals, your DT, N's, and L's. But a child will either go mama, like because they're hungry, or they'll say dada. So you have dadas and mamas. That's why fathers and mothers are called what they are. Yeah, it's dada, da, because you don't actually need your teeth to say da. You can put it against the roof of your mouth. And mama is if you like to use your lips. So usually, I don't know how to. Do you think the first word for most children is da or ma? Da or ma? To me, it would seem like more than half would probably go with the ma, because it's very easy to go mama. Oh, she said, he said, no. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, lady. Here's the thing, woman. Here's the thing, daddy. Here's the thing, guy. Here's the thing, whatever, what the fuck you are. If they don't call you by your fucking first name, then you don't know them. Just because they go ma or da doesn't mean they actually like you or respect you. They're infantile. Does anyone here? Um, yeah, hey, Firejack, you correct. I think M is the first word. This is why the original word is om. It's home. Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Om. Yeah. Hey Sally, you still here? What you doing? And by the way, there's 11 people in the room. 6 thumbs up. That means 5 of you can take your tongue and stick it into my butt. That's right. That's what I said. That's how we do this. Fire. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like if your child goes, if you have a name like, if that's your name, and your child says that, then they actually know who you are. But if they go ma or da, hey Rob, the rusty trombone. Hold on. Here's how we do in here. I want to ask everybody in here, how many people have gotten a rusty trombone before? Have you ever had one? I mean, I guess if you're a chick, what would be the equivalent of that? What is it like if you're getting your like butthole eaten out and getting fingered? That's equivalent to like getting jerked off while someone sticks their tongue in your butt. Rob, you have. Oh, isn't it one of the greatest things ever? I don't know why it is. It just is. It has nothing to do with submissiveness. Isn't it so great? You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Can I tell you? Hey Rob, do you want to hear a very funny fucking story? Here's a funny story. Okay, if you want to hear, I mean, an hour in here, I guess I'm allowed to tell the story. Okay, go for it. All right, here it is. Um, let's see. This is most stories I tell are because they're easy for me to say because they're true. I can't make this shit up. Whenever something weird happens, you go, you can't make this shit up. Well, I'm not making this up. This actually happened. So this chick I used to date, back in, what the fuck year was it? I guess it was like early 2000s. It was my girlfriend for, we lived together, blah blah blah. She had a dog. Oh, it's when I got meatwad. No shit, that's crazy. She had a dog. Her dog's name was Monster, a Brindle pit bull, and I got meatwad, a little black pit bull, and we were dating for a while, and then everybody goes through that rough patch. This was not a rough patch. This was literally like when she started cheating on me. And I was like, all right, cool. I guess we're both doing that now. I mean, it was just obvious that she was. So I was like, all right, cool. I'll go fuck somebody else too. The funniest thing happened. This is so dumb. I don't know how this happened, but I was just out at some fucking random bar, just some place. I don't fucking know. And this chick is like, "Hey, what's up? Can I go home with you?" Like, cool, all right. And we go back to her house, and she asks me, she is, "Hey, listen, I'm really into chicks and stuff. So would it be okay if I eat your butthole because I like eating pussy?" I was like, "Well, that's really weird, but all right." So no, she eats my ass and gives me a fucking hand job. So Rusty Trimble. It wasn't like I didn't bend over or anything. I just sat there and she's like, "Oh, okay." Now the funniest thing ever happened. Here's the funnier part of the story is this: that girl, her boyfriend, was cheating on her with my girlfriend, and this is just some. I mean, I don't know how it happened. She was my girlfriend was fucking her boyfriend, and she was eating my butthole. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yep. Come on. I'm not that good at. I mean, I'm good at storytelling, but I couldn't make that up. Uh-uh. And and it was funny because, and here's the funnier part. Here's the finisher. Here's the finisher. Every time that I've had a rusty trombone, somebody that's eaten my ass and jerked me off at the same time. That's what a rusty trombone is for anybody that doesn't understand this. Um, they were both fucking like dime pieces. You know what a dime piece is, right? It's like just, man, just the most beautiful, wonderful, sexy woman. Yep. And the other one, I had a few, but the other one was oh, she was getting a divorce from her husband, but she was still not divorced yet. And she brought me over for fucking Thanksgiving. I got to meet her whole goddamn family. And she was made of um, cinnamon spice and everything nice, you know? A dime piece. Yeah, Rob, a dime piece. Exactly. Yeah, a 10. A 10 is a dime piece. Like if you say someone's like on a scale of 1 to 10, you say a dime piece. Like most of my life, like George Carlin said, I never fucked a 10, but I did fuck 5 twos. No, that's just that's so fucking funny. Yeah, she was the other one. Um, here's a funny story. I probably should be married right now to this. Oh, I don't even know how to explain it. She just already had 2 kids and was in a relationship, and then I lost my phone. I lost my phone, and I couldn't, like, I was dating her for, I don't know, how many months? I don't know, like 6 months or something. But I didn't, like, there was no way to contact her. With her number was in my phone. I didn't know what it was, and so like I broke up a relationship because I lost my phone, and it was the most amazing woman that I've ever been with in my life. She used to buy me gifts like no, like it was like we both were in love with each other, and yeah, I think that's my one regret in the world, that I can't figure. I just didn't know how to contact her. I knew where she worked. She was a I don't know if she was a doctor or a nurse. But she worked in a hospital. I just didn't know where the hospital was. Uh, Fire Jake, you should be married. Danny Skylark. Uh, I gave her that opportunity. I gave that opportunity. I actually, when I had money, I said, "Look, I'll even put the monies in your pocket. Come down here, have somebody watch your kids." Yeah, I think so too, but it just didn't work out that way. I gave her the opportunity. She said no. Hmm. Yeah, it is. It is. You know what's funny? Why couldn't you go to her? Because it wasn't like that. I don't know. Uh, I gave it because it was the same. I was like, you can come see me or I'll come see you. Like she was just kind of like she was kind of skittish about it. I was like, all right, well, you know, what are you gonna do? No, I think it's probably because I wouldn't get married. This is not something that would happen. Uh, hmm. No, no, Fire Drake. It's funny. Yes, I know this. This is the funny part. The funny part was she just had another baby. Um, she got three kids now, right? Yeah, we would. Isn't it funny like how much we look alike? Like I always tell her this, like we look exactly like. I think it's because I know, but I think we're actually relatives or something. Do you know how I met her? I'll tell you a story. I don't think she'd care. Like when I was making videos, and she would tell me that I'm Filipino, and she knows this because um, like her mother told her who I was, that I was part of their family, and I was like, it's weird that we look alike, huh? Oh, Fire Jake, you did for real? Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know about the other birth she gave, but that's awesome. The fact that she put that shit on YouTube was hilarious. I was like, no shit. Yeah, she. You know what's funny? She loves being a mother. She loves being a motherly figure. Yeah. Did you meet him? Or was that hey Fire Jake? I'm guessing actually that you're the baby's daddy? Is that you? Have I seen her singing videos? No, I've heard her poetry, but Your son's dad came here to propose on my ass, sweet as another dude's. Fire Jake, do you like being? Would you rather be the drunken uncle or the what do they call it, like the father figure? You said you said the uncle. Uh, I used to. It's so funny. Everyone in my I'm adopted again, just so you understand the story. Everyone in my family was a goddamn reckless alcoholic, and I wouldn't call it my family, but it's like, obviously the tree branched off well from where I am, and I used to call all of my uncles drunkles. I think that is so fucking hilarious. My drunkles, the drunkles. Would you rather be a drunk uncle or just uh, Oh yeah, are you trying to get to the father figure? I don't know, man. I don't think I'd ever do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you've seen my post on the Instagram. Yeah, the drunkles. That's fucking hilarious. I'd rather. Uh, let me see what you say. I don't know. I guess I'd rather be. I don't. I like the idea of my bloodline being like this. It dies with me. My bloodline dies with me. No one can have my bloodline, and I don't know why that is. I don't know why I'm like very much like that's the thing. Like there's do you remember how God created you and then broke the mold? You know how people feel that way. Fire Jake, I don't know, man. Here, come join me. Let's go grab a beer. It's fucking odd hours, but let's try this out. Here, I'll let you. Shh. Oh, look at it's 2:22. Perfect. Okay, cool. Come join me, guys. Hmm. Perfect. And there it is. I gotta plug this phone back in. Just one moment, please. Hmm. I wonder. I wonder how people put up with me. I don't know. I think it's because. Could you imagine somebody that was like, uh, they just were not good at anything, and they weren't funny, and they weren't like for all of the bad that I don't think I do anything bad. That's maybe that's my ego or something talking. I just I'm just wondering all of the good thing. Why is it that when someone's good at something, you expect them to be good all the time? Like, why is it? Why does it to me seem like that people only remember me by the worst things that I've ever done? They forget that 98.2% of the time, almost 98.6, almost your body. What was it? 97.9, 98.6 is that body temperature. It's almost that much of the time that I do something really, really kind and really delightful, and I'm very nice to people. And then they just like, well, if you're gonna do that 90s, why don't you do it 100% of the time? Because then there would be no, there'd be like, I like to call it an attitude. No, it's a batitude. Like sometimes I don't know. It just I couldn't even imagine always being like delightfully kind to people. I don't know. I don't know why. Because I'm the opposite of I'm the opposite of destructive. Hmm. Does anybody feel that way? um, Sally. Let's see. Oh, let me scroll through here. Let me see. Rob. You hate your father and haven't procreated yet. How many, Rob? How many years are you? Because both I asked you both of this. Rob and Firejack. How old are you? How old are you people? I don't know my parents, so I mean the people that I know, I'm not I don't get along with at all. They don't like me. And have I thought about using DNA ancestry? No, because I don't believe exactly because I don't believe in DNA. I'm gonna fucking throw a bomb on you people right now. DNA is a fucking lie made up by a computer industry. Do you know how? Do you know if DNA is supposedly like what is like a million is like spiral and it's all this like and it's like these two things connect and it's like a G and an N and the R and all the letters, right? Do, how could a computer figure that out if you just took someone's blood and dropped it in something and it's like here's a million different things that are happening, like no, that's not how that works. It's not. That's not. It can't. It doesn't. DNA does not exist. Sorry to break it to you. So your DNA and RNA bullshit, it doesn't work because you'd have to show exactly every. How do they just go? Hey, well, just DNA is a little doesn't exist. Fire Jake, thank you. This is the correct. Crude and rude at times, delightful. Yes. Rob, you're 45. You're older than me. No shit. Okay. Oh, Fire Jake, I guessed your age. Yes, DNA and germ theory are completely fucking garbage. Yes, and they call you yes, yeah, they say you know what's funny? They say 95% of it is junk DNA and that you only use 10% of your brain. Like I use most of my brain apparently. My DNA is if there is such that I wouldn't I use 100% of my DNA and 100% of my mind? I mean, I don't get it. Yeah. Hmm. I'd like because there's new people here right now. I'd like to re-examine this question, and it's a very simple question. Are you as um, completely depressed and anxious as possible at the same time? I didn't think it was possible. As a Gemini, because I would say, like most people, like you, kind of exhibit your astrology, your astrological sign. I'm Sun and Moon Gemini, I think. Well, at least the sun is pretty. Like I kind of know that I was born in June, I think. But do before I used to be able to you I was either like depressed or anxious or like one of the other ones like happy or sad or whatever. Like sad would be sad would be depressed and happy would be towards kind of like a puppy just puts like is anxious and it's kind of like like I don't know. um but it's right now at this point I I've totally found myself to be anxious and depressed at the same time every day, all the time, and I can't sleep. Is that happening to anybody else, or is that just me? Am I fucking retarded? I've already upped it. I've upped the ante on the fact that I'm uh, autistic. Like I'm okay with that. But my scale of 1 to 10, five Jake. Yep. On a scale of 1 to 10, my autism is about a 7. I think it used to be like 3 or 4, and now I think I'm closer to I'm closer to 7 or 8 maybe. Yeah, everybody else in the background, you could just answer that for yourself. And I'm not, when I say I'm not blaming it on anybody else. I'm just like, and I say I'm empathetic. Uh, did you call yourself pathetic? Yes, I'm very pathetic. It's awful. I'm awfully good at being an empath. It's like I can just feel everything else is going on in the world, and I just don't know what to do with it. Fire Jake, yep. Sally, you can't sleep is getting ridiculous. I know, I get it. Um, if sleep has been wild, yeah. Whenever I do get a chance to sleep, it's like, are we the only ones? Like, are we the ones that are awake right now? Is this what I said? That sleep, you don't ever sleep because you have to be like, you have to take care of the world. You have to like, make sure that everything is going good for everyone else so they can sleep. Like that is, you say you're not a father figure yet, but that's what it is, right? Isn't that what people do? They just like are so like uh I want to use words: exuberant, exasperated, excellent, Excalibur, um, egregorous. You know what an egregor is? I told you guys how to make an egregor. It was a video I made about like 3 years ago. It's right below a god form. Uh, it's like I'm so tired. You ever be sick and tired? Like, well, the funny thing is, I can't call myself sick, and I can't call myself tired because I'm not really tired, and I'm not sick. So I just want to take a nap sometimes. Like right now, it's what is it, like 3 o'clock in the morning? It's 3:20, and there are other people awake in this building. And here's why I know this, because I heard someone's door open, and then somebody walked out in the hallway. Like, it's 3:30. Like like there's no way my voice is very silky smooth and monotone. No one can hear me speak right now. No one. So they're not awake because I'm awake. They're awake because it seems as though the fundamental characteristic of reality right now is that no one can sleep. So I used to do you know people that do like drugs and medicine and medication, and they do little white pills, or they'll drink or something, like to like I used to drink because it was enjoyable, but once they close bars down and I can't go in and socialize with people, I drink to try to get to sleep. I don't really like drinking. I don't prefer it. I don't. What I'd prefer to do is I'd do a bunch of I'll probably do like MDMA and mushrooms all day. That would be what I would do. But because that's not easily, you can't come across that very easily. I drink a beer to try to go to sleep. Uh huh. Sally, it's so funny. You said you like the silence. I was out at the at City Park all day today, and all of the trees were making that buzzing sound. I was like, "What is that in the trees? Is it actually?" I was questioning whether or not it was man-made or an act like an insect. Hey, Rob, AFK, what's that? What does that mean? What were you saying wow to? Because of what I just said? Oh, it's so fire Jake. It's so funny. I basically fast uh 3 to 4 days a week. I mean, if you consider like if I'm just drinking, if it's just liquid, like I'm either drinking water, fruit juice, or alcohol. Like that's just what it is. Or if I occasionally get get food, you know, it's just become like a it's more comfortable. I don't like to eat all the time. I don't like it. Yeah, I mean I just eat when it's available. I'd rather buy people food than feed myself. I don't get it. I don't understand why that is so. I just doesn't like I don't feel like I need it. I don't like the density of food. I either want like liquids or I mean that's about the size of it. I just like liquids. I mean breathing is fine too. Fire Jake, you in it right now. I love it. Oh, dude. Do you know how much steak and bacon I ate the other day? I haven't eaten for days, and I think I ate was it an entire package of bacon? It was like it was like I don't know, maybe like a dozen strips of bacon and some steak and bacon. Oh, does anybody know this? I was telling her about this the other day. Does anybody know baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes, making pancakes? Anybody know this? No. Come on, you gotta go. If for the rest of you, if you don't know this, go look it up. Just or put it in your Google browser, or whatever the fuck you're using. Making bacon pancakes, and look up the what version was it? Yeah. Uh, wait. I should sing? Are you serious? Oh, you know what's funny is I always wanted to learn to play instruments and to sing, and I don't know. I never liked the sound of my voice, and then I did because other people told me that you have a nice voice, but I don't think I can. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how to sing. I can hit a couple notes in a few songs occasionally. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't do that all the time. Because here's why. Because I'm an introvert. I don't like people looking at me. I don't want to sing. I don't sing. It'd be nice if it feels nice to sing sometimes, but I like to I like to sit underneath a tree and harmonize with the birds and shit. You have the right said Fred voice. Oh my goodness, Sally. So why? See, it's fucking me up that your name is Sally on here, even though I know your actual. Well, no, I don't even know that I know your name because you probably because you're really good at bullshitting. But yeah, vibrating, resonating. What is the too sexy phone? Yeah, there. Okay, that's okay. I get it. Too sexy for my too sexy for my shirts. Uh, no, I would say like okay, if I sound like someone, if I sang, it'd probably be I like to get into the I don't know. Like when I sing, I kind of do that. I kind of my voice goes in the other direction, octave wise. Like it goes into another like a higher note, but I think I sound more like Everlast. Does anybody know Everlast? Go look up Everlast if you don't know. Fire Jake, have me and Sally had a date yet? Oh no, I no. Here's the funny thing, Fire Jake. I already knew. I never knew that Sally was who she said she was because she stalks me. She's a stalker, and so I already knew who she was. Like, how long fuck have I known you? Well, I didn't. I can't say I've known you like that, but like what, like 6 months ago. But she switched account. Yeah, but I did. I went and hung out with her a couple like yesterday. What? Wait. Sally, you said when a guy talks to me in a really nice voice. Did you said boys or is it supposed to be voice? Like you, it just dumbs me down. Voice, not boys. Wait, when a guy talks to you in a really nice voice, like you, it just dumbs you down. Mm, be nice. Oh, you know what? Here, no. Here, what? Shut your fucking disgusting, filthy pie hole. You don't tell me to be nice. That's such a New Orleans thing. No one in New Orleans is nice. Everyone's fucking honest. And then you see these signs, and somebody says, be nice or leave." Well, then fucking you leave then. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do on my fucking channel, you fucking creepy bitch. How about that? See, that's not me being aggressive or rude. It's just you told me something to do on my fucking show. How dare you? How dare you? I would say that's incredulous. How do you feel about that? Hey Sally, thank you for I'm gonna keep calling you Sally. I'm not gonna I'm gonna use your actual name, but thank you for understanding my humor. I'm so glad that you don't take it to like to heart, that it doesn't bother you that I say that shit. So hey, you guys want to figure out like what black and blue and funny comedy is? Uh, hmm. Okay, what else? I still every time that I make a fucking show, I still am completely in awe of the fact that I don't know how many people are really here. 10 people? There could be 1,000 people right now, and it just didn't allow it to get through to like somebody's texting me something here, but the only people can are Sally and Fire Drake and wait, what happened to the other person? Oh, they left. But I don't. I would. How would I know that? How could I possibly know that? Hmm. But I would. Oh, look at somebody else. So else. Um, Fire Drake, you shared a link about dark humor. Isn't it funny because I'm right now. It's dark in here. Sally, 9 out of 10 times. Uh, I'll accept that. That's fine. Here's the one time. Here's the one time you're right. Uh, uh, dark humor is so fucking so different to people. I think dark humor is funny because I can do it. I do dark humor during the day. If people are confused by it, like, but it's light out. There's sunshine. How is he? How's that? Because it's just funny. And they go, well, why is that funny? I was like, well, I don't know why it's funny. Why isn't it? I ask, why isn't it funny? You know. Yeah. Well, here's what I think I'm gonna do, y'all. Um, hopefully you've enjoyed this show. Uh, and I participated, like as Sally said, a good sport. Ugh. Fire Drake, that was literally the funniest. I'm not laughing because I'm hiccuping. Because I was trying to get drunk enough to go to sleep. But it's just not fucking working. But that was one of the funniest fucking things I've ever read in my life. I would have laughed at it if I wasn't hiccuping. Hold on, I will. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. All right, guys and girls and gals and shit. Um, I'm gonna dip off here. I'll probably what I'm gonna do is turn this show off and make another one a little bit because I want to go to sleep, but I assume the rest of you are also under that same kind of like we can't go to sleep right now. It doesn't work. That's what I'm doing. So, um, as per usual, it's been a pleasure. Hey, Fire Jake, good to see you, bro. Sally, good to see you, and everybody else. Hope you enjoyed. I'll I'll probably come back on here in like 10 minutes or so. I'm gonna take a piss and drink a fucking beer, and I don't know, it's 4 a.m. and other people are awake too. I'm probably gonna walk around my building naked right now. That'd be funny. That's very very not dark humor. Bye, bitches.